and are doing.
Thank you. Orange has identified that telecommunication for smart cities is really a new growth territory. For that, in Orange, we had built a team named Smart Cities, and it works on different items: energy, home automation, transportation, and car services. And me, I work on car services. The personal mobility. Three elements are important: new mobilities, multimodal mobilities, and real-time. That is a fundamental item. Personal mobilities tend to be multimodal. For this reason, each person should have his own information systems to be able to choose the most suitable or comfortable transport to go from one point to another one, depending on circumstances and states of mind of the person in mobility. Walking, cycling, car sharing, taxi sharing, carpooling, using public transport, tube, bus, railway, depending of the humor, of the weather, and so on. It must be possible to change the mode of transport during the trip. For example, I live at 70 kilometers of the place where I work. I take my car, and my information system said me, warning, there is an accident, and the highway is totally blocked. It proposed me a solution to reroute me to a railway station. As a service, it booked for me a parking place where is a charge point for my EV, and it gives me the new route using train, subway or metro to reach my point with a minimum of delay. What is very important for that is to have real-time information to can take the good decision to avoid the difficulties. In the town, there is no solution better than all other. Public transport is appropriate in certain cases, automobile transport in others. For example, in Amsterdam, the constraints are so that there is small roads, a lot of channels, and there is no tube. And these constraints are different than in Paris, where there are large avenue, tube, in a few days, Autolib, or Berlin with the large avenues, large perimeter. So the solution must be optimized for each cities with various propositions of transport for different people. I think it's very important to understand that there is no only one solution. The information system of a person retrieves the mobility information for various ITS that are deployed in the major cities. Public transport, maps, trajects, timetable, travel time, waiting time, and so on. Warning system for traffic jam, reservation system, car park, tickets, seats, car or bike booking system, carpooling on short distances, proposition, and booking. And I'll say another guy before, the social network will play a major role in the choice of people for their mobility. For the mobility, I said that what is very important is to have real-time information. For that, we have one tool, the smartphone. It's a personal programmable object, connected on internet, connected on different information servers, and it gives access to social networks. The smartphone is definitely the ideal tool to assist the mobilistic person in his move. People always have it with him. We forgot a lot of things, the keys, the umbrella, but we never forgot our smartphone. It's an addiction now, I think. It is equipped with systems to provide localization with GPS or with GSM cells, connection to various ITS, multiple modes of connection, Wi-Fi, GSM, 3G, Bluetooth. It gets faculties to create relationship between people, and it accesses rapidly to social network. It can receive all information in real time. A use case for the use of my smartphone. I leave a meeting and I need to cross the city to get back to my office. I ask my smartphone, what is the best route to use today? It contacts a service platform that will calculate my possible trajectories. For possible carpooling, it will check if a car belonging to the service will cover any part of the same route, maybe over than 80%, and provide a linkage, meeting point, common route, type, and ID of the car. It may propose me also to share a taxi with another person that is also on the move and on the same route. It will propose any solution for public transport. It will indicate me what are the closest points for specific mode, Vlib, Autolib, and what is the best run to reach the destination. It follows me during my trip and indicates me the difficulties in front of me. Sorry. Smartphone and NFC. A smartphone NFC, near-field communication, enables contactless communication between two systems to complete a transaction and or an exchange of information between these systems or to give an authentication. The first smartphones NFC began their careers in Europe in 2009 and before in Japan. In the mid of 2012, all manufacturers will have at least one NFC phone in their range. And for safety, the data transferred between platforms and smartphones are encrypted. The security is agreed by the banks. The communication between the two systems during the transaction cannot be scanned because of the small distance between the two parts. For smartphone NFC, there will be numerous and various applications. Fast dedicated payment systems for parking, for transport, for services. Virtual credit card, token exchange or real payment between people for carpooling services, for example. Access systems through virtual keys. You can get virtual keys in your smartphone and access to buildings, vehicles. Request for customized information to terminals to present your boarding pass when you take the plane. But only the same question, if I lost my phone, what happened? Different options are possible for different services. With a single call to your preferred operator, I think it's Orange, to cancel, and you can cancel all function of your lost phone. With only one call, you cancel the function with your bank, with your access, with your car access, and so on. It's better than today because you have to have a lot of calls to do that. For the replacement with a new configured device, you may have several options. The simple one is you go to the shop and the operator gives you another phone. And for the most premium service, a special courier can give you, at the place where you are, another phone configured as the phone that you lost. Telecom operator will not be a mobility operator, but it will produce enablers for cars, for infrastructures, and for ITS. And I will give you several examples of that. First one, Kika with NFC smartphone. It's an experimentation that we do with Valeo, really dedicated for car sharing, collectivities, companies, or small communities. All users can access and start a vehicle without having a key, but they use their smartphone to do that. An application allows to book the vehicle to find it, to take it in account. The NFC module of the smartphone allows the access, and then placing the smartphone in the receptacle on the dashboard allows to start it. We have presented this system in Paris in Mondial de l'Automobile in 2010, and there is a small movie that I will show you now. I think it's a wrap. Well, this is in enterprise, but you can use that in your own family if you have kids that have the licensed driver. And there is always problem to find the key to take the car of Papa. And with this system, you can share the key. Other elements that we have done in a range, we propose to use the cell networks to detect the traffic jam. For that, we plug virtual sensors on the road, but the sensors are virtual. And we can get the speed of the mobiles that are in the cars, if they are used, but this is not allowed, or if they are not used, and this is allowed. And you see on on this chart. In orange, it's the detection of the sensor of orange, the virtual sensor, and in blue is the detection of the road sensor installed directly in the macadam. And you see that we have all the same information, and we can really detect all the traffic jam on the highway and the fast ways. It's more difficult inside the town because there is melting between the phones that are working and the phones that are in the cars. It's very difficult to identify what they are. But we are working on that problem, and in a few time we will have some solution on that. Another item that we have developed is the taxi sharing. The taxi sharing allows to connect two people that are in the queue with their mobile phone and gives them opportunity to share a taxi. The user benefits are waiting time reduced, cost shared, and carbon impact shared. For Orange, it is the first step toward a new mobile usage as a smart mobility tool. This application calculates the trajectories of the different people to match two people that they have at least 80% of trajectory on common. And when we find two people like that, we can get them in contact, keep them in contact, to share the trip. The first is with taxi sharing, and we can go to more application with carpooling for that. And at least we have worked on the multimedia connected services in TGV Eastern Airlines in France to give a real connectivity inside the train at high speed. And for that, we use different wireless connectivity, and the system chooses what is the best at each time to get to provide a good service to people that is inside the train. Thank you.